I know. I'm running late. I'm here by myself, and there's a reason you're seeing this view, and not me, because I'm going to try something crazy that I have no idea how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to try it anyway. See how long I can tolerate it. That is my tablet right there. I'm going to try to hold my tablet and hold my phone and go live on TikTok at the same time, which I'm going to fail miserably at. But I'm here by myself at the Creeper Gallery. I'm going to hit live on TikTok. So, um, God, we'll see how this works. Okay. How's everyone doing? I'm going to do the best I can by myself tonight. Um, what the hell was? Did you hear that noise? Did anybody hear that noise? Did anybody hear that noise? That tell me somebody heard that. I just heard like a moan. That was weird. Anyway, I'm at the Creeper Gallery, New Hope, Pennsylvania. I'll give you a quick look around. I'm here by myself, so I really apologize if the camera starts going wonky. And TikTok, I'm doing the best I can. I'm using my tablet, which doesn't have the greatest camera in the world, but I'll do the best I can, trying to keep everything in the frame. This is the inside of the Creeper Gallery. When you first walk in, the Creeper Gallery is located at 129 South Main Street in New Hope, Pennsylvania. It's at the end of Main Street, South Main Street. Again, I highly recommend coming to check out everything here, not just the haunted objects. The stuff I'm showing you now is things that Donna Marion, the owner, she's created and curated, but she's really, this is most of her artwork that you see around that I'm showing. I'm sorry, I don't mean to put one tablet in front of the other. Like I said, I'm doing the best I can here. So this is, again, Donna Marion, all of her creations here. This is what you see when you first enter the Creeper Gallery. This whole entire room, top to bottom, is just filled with oddities and Donna's artwork and just really, really cool stuff. So definitely recommend coming here, not just for the haunted objects, but for things like that. And things like that. That's one of my favorite pieces down there. So again, New Hope is definitely worth the trip, regardless. Of course, coming to see the Creeper Gallery. But there are so many restaurants, so many shops, especially in this weather, summertime, springtime. The Creeper Gallery, you could hang out all day in New Hope, walk one side of the town to the other, and really check out all that New Hope has to offer, and see the Creeper Gallery and all the haunted objects and all Donna Marion's really cool artwork. So this is, again, this is what we see when we come in here. Pretty cool, right? And that leads you down this way. I'm doing like one on top of the other. This leads you down to the Red Room. Now, I'm by myself, and I mentioned this before for those of you watching on TikTok or joining. It's going to be really, really tough for me to keep both, because one's a tablet, one's a cell phone. So I'm really, hey, happy birthday. I'm going to do the best I can, but if all else fails and I can't get a good angle on TikTok with my tablet, just head over to New Jersey Paranormal YouTube, and you'll be able to watch the whole investigation there, because I will keep that going along with the Facebook feed. So this is the way to the Red Room. You know, you're heading there because you see all the crosses. And you head this way, and you are in the Red Room. I only have one object picked out tonight, and I'm going to tell you the story about it in a minute. And Donna's going to be disappointed because it's not a new item, although there are some cool new items that I did see, but I'm going to wait for Chris to join me to investigate them. These are, again, all of the items. that you see. All different spirits attached to them, all have different stories. Some are good, some are not so good. These are the new items that I was thinking about investigating right there, but decided to wait till Chris is with me. And I'll tell you why in a minute. That as well is one that we're going to investigate soon. But all these items are for sale. The ones I'm showing you, these are all for sale. These are the not dangerous items. So they're, like I said, they're not all creepy dolls. There are creepy dolls, but there are a lot of other things as well. I mean, there's a fiddle down there. There's photos here. I just featured that one on TikTok. There's other photos. There's a clock. I mean, and you see that as well. I mean, there's all different types of objects here. There's a dress. And then you have, again, what I just showed you in the beginning. This is the deemed dangerous room, meaning these objects are not for sale because they are deemed dangerous to the public. And I picked one out of there, and I did it for a reason. I was moving things in there out of my way. That's what you see on the floor there. There's a lot of things that I moved from this room to that room, just so I don't step on them or step over them or trip over them. And I was looking at one doll in particular that gave me a really hard time the last time I investigated it. And I couldn't keep my mind off of it. I almost went back to it a bunch of times. And I went in there tonight and I was looking through the deemed dangerous items. And I have the picture that I'm going to post after the investigation. There was a huge red mark on my arm. It wasn't a scratch. It was like someone slapped my arm really hard and caused this big red mark on it. So I was like, you know what? I think we have to talk again after that. So again, you guys may remember this one. I think it was last year we investigated it, but it's definitely deemed dangerous and it's supposed to be dark energy. TikTok, I'll show it to you guys first. There she is. And there is the person. I'm going to tell you her story in a minute. Facebook, YouTube. I'll show you a photo of the woman. Now, here's the tricky part, guys. I need to somehow make things stationary. Easy enough with Facebook because I just put my phone in that stand right there. So TikTok, I apologize. I'm going to put the tablet down for a minute and you're just going to see probably the doll. I'm going to lean it over here for now. I'm going to set this up over here. Got to change the camera around. Hold on one second, guys. Like I said, this is by myself. I really wasn't even planning on coming tonight. It was a last minute thing. So I'm going to set this up. Hello, everyone. I can't read your comments yet because I'm by myself. So please just bear with me. I'll do the best I can with all this. Hold on. I got to adjust the camera. There I am. Okay. All right. Again, now the trick for TikTok. For TikTok, I'm going to leave it here and try to get in the frame as well. So I can kind of hopefully get both. Hopefully you guys can see me as I read the information here. And I lost my feed. Come on. Come on. Oh, it's going to be one of these nights. I can feel this. I'm trying to catch up on the comments. Hey, everyone. Okay. So hopefully you both can see me. I'll lean over this way. This is a weird one. And I don't know if you guys remember this one. Maybe you do. Haunted doll, Elena. I hope I'm saying that right. Milagro Hoyos, Hoyos. 1909 to 1931. Now, this is a long one, so bear with me on this one. She was part of one of the most bizarre love stories in history. Now, we took this one with us on the library tours last year. Born the daughter of a cigar maker, she came from a large Cuban-American family in 1930. While living in Key West, Florida, her mother took her to a hospital after she had taken ill. She was diagnosed with tuberculosis, which then was incurable, and checked into a facility where she stayed with other patients suffering the same disease. Now, we all know TB back then, even the Eastern State, if you're familiar with Jersey, a lot of these hospitals and prisons had separate wings for TB patients where they would just try to treat them with sunlight and oxygen and air. It was there she met Dr. Carl von Kassel. Now, here's the important part of this whole thing, the doctor, okay? A doctor who was working to find a cure. Kassel, the doctor, fell in love with her, Elena, despite the fact that she was legally married. In spite of his best efforts, Kassel could not save Elena, and she succumbed to the illness on October 25th, 1931, and her body was entombed in a family crypt. Okay? Von Kassel, the doctor, asked the family if he could keep Elena's body in a casket filled with formaldehyde to preserve her. That's crazy number one right there. He was in love. He was infatuated with her. He tried to save her. Couldn't save her. She passed away. So then he asked the family if he could have the body. Okay, sure. To preserve her. But the curious began wondering why Van Kassel visited her night after night. And when his visit stopped, all had assumed that he had died. Now, he was visiting her tomb night after night, night after night. Years later, he found, where am I? Years later, he was found living in a house near the sea. And through investigation by Elena's sister, it was found that he had been living with her corpse, preserving it with oil, silk, and wax to slow down the decomposition. He had also used flowers and other scents to keep out the odor. Most curiously, he had made a death mask of her face to preserve her beauty. This is a special kind of crazy. So he stole the body from the tomb, kept it in his house, preserving it, and made a mask out of it. It's just crazy. Von Kassel, the doctor, was arrested for body snatching, but was not indicted because the statute of limitations had passed. He was examined by doctors and found to be perfectly sane, though it remains a mystery of how long he lived with the corpse for many years. Elena's body was reclaimed and buried by the family in a secret location so that neither Von Kassel or the curious could disturb her grave. He died of an apparent unaliving himself in his house, July of 1952, lying to the death mask of his beloved. The strange death mask was put on public display as the story became legend. Then it says, this doll has been deemed dangerous because the spirit attached is not Elena. It is believed to be inhabited by Von Kassel. He had this doll here, while Elena lay in his bed for years. So this doll was present, I guess, in the same room as her corpse and body parts. So they're saying that he's attached to it, the doctor, and not Elena. Very noisy and will attempt to possess the living. Now, I had an experience with this doll last time I investigated it, to where it kind of stayed with me for a while, and it kept calling to me after that. It's in the deemed dangerous room away from the other objects. So even when I was investigating other objects, I always felt the pull of this doll kind of wanting me to come back and speak to the doll again or to Von Castle again. And I had to really train myself to stay away from it and just focus on other objects for a while. So I figured tonight, Chris isn't here. I don't have to worry about her. So I figured, why not? Those other objects, the newer ones, we'll probably investigate next week when Chris is back. But I don't know. I went in that room. I was just reading through all the objects again to see the deemed dangerous ones. There was one other doll that I grabbed for a second. And then I grabbed this one. I read the information, kind of remembered what it was about, and I put it back. And when I put it back, I felt burning on my arm, right here, on this arm. And there was as if someone almost took an iron and burnt my arm. So I'm like, okay, here we go. That's a sign. Let's do this. So I'm gonna have such a hard time. Hey everyone, I'm just trying to catch up on the feed. I'm having a hard time with both Facebook and everything, so bear with me, guys. I'm gonna do the best I can. So, having set up so late and getting started so late, I don't have everything ready to go. So I have to get flashlights from my bag, which is over there. I'm gonna start with the spirit box session to see if I can communicate with Von Castle and go from there. I'm going to turn the tablet so you can see me better. I don't know if I can do it from here. I may be able to do it from here. This way I'm hopefully in the shot. I can't see TikTok. I'm going blind on TikTok. Taylor is our moderator, hopefully, so she's keeping up with the questions and making sure everybody's good on there. Facebook, YouTube, I'm going to do the best I can. I'm looking at my feed right now and it's not keeping up for some reason. So I'll do the best I can with that. That's all I can do. I got to keep refreshing it. So let me get my flashlights and let me get started. All right. Get my flashlights. Turn out the lights. I'm going to put a light up here so you guys can see me, hopefully. That's a bad one. It's one of those nights. Trust me. I just put my flashlight up and down it came. Maybe this one's not meant to be after all. Stay there, stay there. There you go. All right. Let's try this again. So what I'm going to do first is, my spare box isn't the best. It's been on the fritz. I got to get a new one soon. I'm going to try what's called a spirit box EVP session, meaning I'm going to run the spirit box. I'm going to ask questions like I normally would do for an EVP session. I'm going to record it, and then I'm going to listen back to it on the speaker in case I missed something and a word was said really quick and I missed it, so that I could kind of hear everything or best I can. The noise you're hearing, New Hope is a busy town, so you're going to hear cars. You're going to probably hear people walk by every now and then, and you may hear noises come from upstairs, bangs and footsteps. We do the best we can to kind of filter out what we can as far as when we do EVPs and stuff, but we'll get to that in a minute. So I'm going to turn this on. Turn my recorder on. It's gonna be hard with all this noise, really noisy tonight. So I'm gonna run my recorder. I need that information. I'm gonna turn on the spirit box. Hello? Anybody here? Doctor? Dr. Van Kassel. I thought I heard doctor. Doctor, are you here? You remember me, doctor? What's my name? What's my name? Do you remember me? Said something there. No, I heard it. I'm going to listen back. The mark on my arm, did you do that? He's talking. Did you do that to my arm? I hear you. You're low. Doctor, what was the woman's name that you were in love with? Tell me her name. You know, her picture's right there. What did you do to her? Again, I'm going to listen back. I hear your words. I hear man. Doctor, do you think you deserved your fate? I heard something. I don't know if you said you're scared. You said, I'm something. I'm the something. Why would you do that to her if you loved her so much? Why not let her rest in peace after she passed? Go ahead. Why didn't you return the mask as well, her face, so that could be buried? What did she die from? Tell me what she died from. Do you remember? What do you want everyone to know about you, doctor? The papers? I'm sure there were lots of articles in the papers about you. How could there not be after what you did? It says here, yeah, I'm trying to read the part where did they say you weren't insane? He actually died in his home. How is it that you didn't die in prison? I'm going to listen back to this. I'll give it 1 second more. There were two other things there at the end. Now, there were several things that came through low and fast, which is, again, why I hooked this up to a speaker and I listened back to it, because I talked over a few things that he was saying, and I want to make sure that I catch all those things if it's possible. So I'm going to hook this up to a speaker, and I'm going to listen back to most, if not all, that session. Hello? Anybody here? Doctor? Dr. Van Tassel. Doctor, did you hear that? Doctor? Dr. Van Tassel. I thought I heard doctor. Dr. Van Tassel. I thought I heard doctor. Doctor, are you here? Doctor. Doctor, are you here? Doctor, are you here? Doctor, are you here? I don't know what it says right there. I thought it was evidence. Maybe not. Doctor, are you here? You remember me, doctor? What's my name? Doctor? What's my name? I said Philip. What's my name? Do you remember me? Do you remember me? Said something. Do you remember me? Say something there. Dead? Do you remember me? Said something there. Dead or dead? Carry out. Carry out. I heard. Carry out. I heard it. I'm going to listen back. I heard it. I'm going to listen back. The mark on my arm, did you do that? He's talking. Did you do that to my arm? I hear you. You're low. Doctor, what was that woman's name that you were in love with? Tell me her name. You know, her picture's right there. What did you do to her? I don't know what that says. Again, I'm going to listen back. I hear your words. I hear mine. Oh, weird. Hurt something? Hurt something? Doctor, do you think you deserved your fate? Who knows? I heard something. I heard something that said, who knows? You said you're scared? I'm the what? You said you're scared? I don't know if you said you're scared. Did I know if you said you're scared? You said you're scared? You said you're scared? You said, I'm suffering. I'm this. Why would you do that to her if you loved her so much? Why not let her rest in peace after she passed? Grave. Holy crap. What did I ask? After she passed. Why would you do that to her if you loved her so much? Why not let her rest in peace? And it says grave. after she passed. Right? Go ahead. What? I'm just saying. Why didn't you return the mask as well, her face, so that could be buried? What did she die from? Tell me what did she die from? Tell me what did she die from? Tell me what she died from. Bracelet? Do you remember? And what do you want everyone to know about you, Doctor? The papers? Paper? What do you want everyone to know about you, Doctor? The papers? What he said there. I'm sure there was lots of articles in the papers about you. How could there not be after what you did? It says here, yeah, I'm trying to read the part where they say you weren't insane. He actually died in. You hear that? That's a live voice. He actually died. Spirit box. He actually died in his home. How is it that you didn't die in prison? I'm going to listen back to this. 1 second. There were 2 other. Okay. Strange answers, strange things. It'll probably get weirder than that, I'm sure, once I put it back in the red room and start using the equipment and trying to do EVPs. I'm gonna have to move everything you see here, including the doll. So people like literally behind me. I don't know if you guys can see this. Do you hear them? Yeah, you see, he's looking right in the window. Wait till she notices me. No. Oh, I wish I could have turned the camera around for that one. I just scared the crap out of the girl. I didn't mean to scare you. All right, let me turn this all around. That was funny. Should have seen the look on their faces. All right, I'm going to take the doll and the recorder and everything else and put it in the back there. We're going back there. All right, doctor. I'm going to try this again. All right, now the real tricky part. Trying to set this part up myself with TikTok. And so first, I'm going to put my flashlights in my pocket. Spin this around, get that going that way. Oh, crap. All right, again, tricky part, guys. So bear with me. This part's easy because I got it on the stand. I can put that there. And I need to turn the camera around. Just give me a minute. Again, I apologize. I'm not used to trying to do both feeds by myself, but I'll work it out. All right, so you guys have a shot there. Now I got to figure out how to get TikTok. Ow, I'm going to need that chair. I know you're dark. All right, let's try this. Got the doll in the shot. All right, TikTok, if your angle takes the header off the chair, it's not my fault. Flashlights. All right, did I bring my recorder? I brought my recorder. One thing, more thing I need to get. I apologize. I'll be right back. Keep an eye on that in case anything happens. All right, doctor. Here we are again. I'm going to sit down. Hopefully everyone can see me. Again, I can't see the TikTok feed, so hopefully you guys can see everything. I apologize if you can't. I'm doing the best I can. So the doll's up there. Around the doll, I have EMF tripwire lights, which respond to energy. If there's a release of energy near the doll, around the doll, in the area of the doll up there, those lights will change colors from purple to blue to yellow to orange, and they should make music as well. I have other things that I'm going to turn on now. I have my bell down there. I have my domes here. These measure static electricity, and they light up different colors if it's detected, and it'll show me which direction it's moving in. I have you might see the one egg there blinking. This egg towards me, it has the word yes on it. This to the right of that is a blue egg that has the word no on it. You can see it blinking. If you tap it, you see the other dome is lighting up already. And I brought 2 meters with me here too that measure EMF. Again, will light up like a rainbow if anything comes near them. I don't know if I did that or not. So we have options. That's what these things are. Not only do they measure changes in the environment around the object, the doll. They also are methods of communication. So if Dr. Von Kassel wants to make his presence known and release his energy, and if he wants to answer questions, because I can't see him and I can't hear him, he can use anything there to respond to me or to show me that he's present. So I give him a lot of different options, the way we do with every object, in order to be able to try to communicate with them back and forth. Because again, I'm not a medium, I don't have that ability. So I have to rely on ITC devices, recordings, and other objects, instruments. So I'm going to take this. I'll put that up here so you guys can see it. Okay, I'm going to read through this again. We all know the story. This is Dr. Carl Von Kassel. There's the bell. There he's here. He's here. Doctor, I hate to call you doctor. I'm sure you have a license, but what you did, you should have definitely lost it. I don't think you kept it after the crime you committed, but maybe you did. Doctor, you and I have spoken before. My name is John. This doll affected me the last time I was here, which is why I was put in that room over there, away from everything else, because of the way it draws. Down the bottom here, it actually says, very noisy and will attempt to possess the living. And I think that's what happened the last time. So I wanted to give you another opportunity to try to talk to me and tell your side of things, even though I really shouldn't do that. You have to know that people think of you as some kind of monster for what you did to that poor woman's body. She was resting in peace after a tragic death from a sickness that a lot of people had died from. And I just heard a noise over there. Hello? Could you do that again? And you went and desecrated her grave and brought her remains home into your house, and you lived with them. You had to have known there was something wrong with that. I mean, being a doctor, you had to have known that that was crazy behavior. I mean, her picture is right there. I'm looking at it right there. Oh boy, see that? See that reaction? I lit up her picture and right away energy was released from the doll. Probably not a good reaction either. Yes, I am going to remind you of what you, even if you loved her and you were obsessed with her. There are different ways to grieve and to miss her and to remember her. You could have kept visiting her graveside. You could have left her flowers. You could have spoken to her at her tomb. But you took it way, way too far. And the family suffered again. Here they lost her in the first place to this illness, and then you go and do something like that. Being selfish. You had to have known that was wrong. I'm curious if I light the picture up again, what kind of reaction I get. There she is right there. Elena. I might get her name wrong. Milagro Hoyos. I apologize if I'm pronouncing her name. And there's an EMF hit right there. I don't know if you guys can see that on the table. I got another energy strike when I referenced Elena and I lit up her picture. It's just me here, doctor. So we're gonna talk, and I'm hoping that I can hear your voice and you're gonna speak to me. Again, I brought, I think, different things that we had last time. I'm not sure, but those Easter eggs are real simple. You tap them with your finger, There's the word yes here in yellow, the word no there in blue. I'll even show you how. Little shake, real easy. Yes. You could use them to answer. You can light up the different colors. Those black rectangular, they light up like the rainbow as well by you just putting your hand by them. So you have options. And the bell down there that you rang before, you could use. So let's try the obelisk first. Let's see if we can't get you to say a few words that way before we try to do any kind of EVP stuff. Okay? Just out of curiosity, was the red mark on my arm, was that a warning for me not to speak with you or touch the doll? Did you do that on purpose? All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the obelisk. Now the obelisk, put the speaker over here so you guys can hear it. Now the obelisk is a device that takes measurements. He what? He was a radiology technician, not a doctor. Really? Oh, I didn't know that. I thought he was a doctor. Oh, you weren't even a doctor. I thought you were a doctor in the hospital that was helping the patients, the TB patients. So a radiologist became obsessed with her and did that? That's some sick stuff. Are they doctors? Are radiologists really doctors? Do they have the doctor title? Holy crap! I stand corrected. I didn't know. I've never really. I've had MRIs done and X-rays. I didn't know they were technically doctors doing them. That I still don't believe it. But if you seem to act very strongly to it, so maybe you think you were a doctor. Fine. We'll talk about that. So the obelisk has 2,000 words programmed into this box here on the floor. And in theory, a spirit can manipulate the energy and the readings so that it projects one word, only one word at a time that they want to relay. Does it always work? No. Is it random sometime? Yes. But we're going to see what he says and if it relates to anything that we know about him. So I'm going to turn this on, Doctor. And I'm going to ask you to think of one word at a time that you want to say to me. You want us to know. You want to defend yourself. Whatever you want to say. That's up to you. But I'm going to hit the button right now. And you can go ahead and talk. One word at a time, though. It can't be a full sentence. Just one word. And then another word. And then another word. Start with a word.
Healer. Pam.
Healer? Oh, you are not a healer. You are great. You really are certifiable if you think you're a healer. That's a bizarre word to say. Maybe you tried. Maybe you visited her. Maybe you did try to. I don't know. Maybe you did try to talk to her and make her situation better by visiting her. Maybe. But healer, I don't know about that. I'm getting an EMF surge over there again. Here's the thing, Doctor. Regardless of how you felt about her and whether you visited her, and maybe you did talk to her when she was in the hospital and were friendly with her. I don't know. I don't know the circumstances. Regardless of all of that, you desecrated her body and kept it. and then got away with it. And you obviously knew you did something wrong because of the attention that the story got, and you chose to end your life in the way you did. Had to be some way that it got through to you that what you did was really, really bad. I'm going to try to probably take one of those meters and put them in the doll's lap. Okay. You can continue to say one word at a time if you like, but I'm just going to move over in that direction. So first I'll try here. I don't want the doll to fall. So that lights up one color at a time. And I see how I have it right underneath the light, underneath the doll's face. According to what I read there, that doll, this doll, was present in the room with Elena's body the whole entire time that her body was there. Could you show me one color on that circle to light up Elena's picture? Holy shit. Look at that. Holy crap. Apologize for my language. Wow. That was literally ask and answer. Wow. Tell me that wasn't nuts. I know the TikTok feed, sometimes you have to swipe the thing over, so I have to check that in a minute to make sure it's still on, because again, I have no way of watching that. So I'll do that in 1 second. Very impressive, doctor. I'm sure that picture and that doll haunt you. I'm sure it's a painful reminder of that time and what you did. Is there any remorse whatsoever and regret for what you did to her body after she passed? And you can answer any way you choose to, through words, through lighting, touching, emitting your energy. Did you feel bad? Do you now look back on it and say, yeah, I shouldn't have done that? That was horrible for the family to put them through an additional trauma. There's energy hit over there. I might take that as a maybe or a yes. We're going to try to do EVP sessions too, so I can hear your voice. But I'd like to know that there's a person there, you know, not just this. I mean, you can't help but read this, doctor, and think that you were just really disturbed. There's a difference between infatuation and love and just insanity. You understand that, right? You know the difference? I don't think you do. Now, I'm going to ask you if this is does this make you angry? Is this offensive to you? The fact that I'm speaking to you the way I am and constantly reminding you of what you did here. Does that anger you? Does it make you mad? Are you frustrated? There's another hit over there. And I just heard someone in the room say, shh. Oh, someone in the room went, shh, like, shh. Holy crap. And it got cold. It got really, 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 really cold. All right, doctor, we're gonna do what we did before. And here's the thing, and I don't really like calling you doctor.
Console. Fresh.
That is sick. I'm sorry. That's some sick crap right there. Yeah, that's some sick crap what you just said right there. He said console, oh my God, that cold just went right by me. It's right here. He said console, like consoling someone. And then he said fresh. Apply that to that, what happened. Yeah. What do you think fresh means? It may have consoled you to keep her body fresh, but it doesn't make it right. I'm going to check the TikTok feed really quick. I don't want anybody to miss this. All right, it's still on. Good. Hopefully, you guys could see me in the corner there and everything that's going on here. I'll try to make it a little better. You can't really see the lights. There's probably no good way to lean this. Oh, that you get everything. What happened? Here it is. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to make it so that the TikTok feed gets everything. It's not easy. I'm coming back. Don't you worry. Hopefully that makes a difference. I'll do the best I can. Oh, that doll's face looks so creepy in that purple. Man, that is. All right. Oh yeah, that was a direct response. Console and fresh. That was a direct response in that this sick cookie really does think what he did was for love or for to keep her. I mean, he's like I said, he's not right, and let him talk. All right. I don't appreciate your way of thinking, but it's helping me better understand, I guess, what how your mind works and how it may have been working at the time. Um, I pray that Elena is at peace. I pray that her family is at peace after, again, being able to bury her body for the second time because of you. And I don't know what to make of you and what you did and how you, obviously, again, you couldn't live with yourself. Somewhere inside of you, either it was the ridicule, it was the notoriety. Um, is that what got to you? Was it the fact that people were treating you as if you were crazy and you did something that normal people don't do? And that got to you? Or did you feel remorse? Did you actually finally say to yourself, my God, what did I do here? Same people don't do that. I'm being quiet. Okay. Well, now's the perfect time to try to speak to you and get to hear your actual voice, uh, doctor. I'll call you doctor. I'll keep calling you.
Heard.
He said guilt and heard. Guilt and heard. Are you referring to, again, what I was referencing about people heard about what you did and you felt guilty? Or you felt guilty because everyone knew what you did? I think that's more like it. I don't think you had a problem with it all the time you were doing it until somebody found out some way. Let's try to hear your voice. Okay? I'm going to take that circle away with the colors on it, and I'm going to put that little recorder, the one that can actually hear your real voice, right there by that photo on the doll's lap. So I can hear a voice if it's coming from there. And I want you to be honest. I want you to say whatever you feel, even if it's anger towards me or if it's validation or whatever it is. I want you to just, if you don't want to answer a question, then just say what you feel. Say what you want me to know or what you want people to know about you, or just say whatever you want. But I'd appreciate it if you answer, but the recorder will be running to hear whatever you say. Now, out of respect for you, is that something you do not want to take part in? Show me lights, show me bell, show me something that's set. I see it. Well, here's the thing, doctor. I'm here to talk to you. And even if what comes out of there is angry and bitter, and I'm still going to run that recorder and put it there because you didn't give Elena much of a choice. So I'd like to hear your side of it in your words, if that's at all possible. And if you don't want to say anything, don't say anything. Okay? Show me one light on that picture, again, of Elena's face. That you don't want me to do this, and I won't do it. Light up her picture again, and I won't do it. That will prove to me that you really mean it, and it's what you don't want it. Okay. So I'm going to shut this box off here so that we don't hear it, and I'm going to shut that box over there so we don't hear it. Any last words on here that you want to try to convey? All right, I'm going to turn this off. Put this over here. I'm going to grab that box. Wow. All right. People who are just coming on, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, really, really quick. I'm at the Creeper Gallery, located at 129 South Main Street in New Hope, Pennsylvania. Has an entire room full of haunted objects, which I'm in right now, investigating one right here live. We do this once a week or once every other week. There's other things in the Creeper Gallery shop, artwork, oddities, taxidermy, lots of great things. Definitely worth the trip if you're in New Hope to come check out the Creeper Gallery. It's at the end of South Street. The object that I'm investigating now is one I had done before. This doll was in a room with a woman. I'll try to simplify this. This woman was dying of tuberculosis in a hospital. This guy, Dr. Von Kossel, who people are saying was a radiologist, who I thought he was a doctor, became infatuated with her, and she wound up passing anyway. He would go to her gravesite and her tomb and visit her every day. And then he stopped doing that, and people thought that he was dead. They just like, oh, the guy just doesn't come around anymore. Turns out he stole her body and brought it to his house and kept it fresh with flowers and other things, and actually put it in formaldehyde to try to preserve it best he could. And her name was Elena Milagro Hoyos. That was the woman who passed. And then this guy here Eventually, it was found out. They took the body and they reburied it. The family got it back, and then he unalived himself at the age of, I believe, 52. And they believe that this doll here was present in the room where Elena's body was, and that the doctor is attached to it, and it's not a good spirit. So that's it in a nutshell. And there we go. So that purple is a strong EMF surge. As I'm telling that story, somebody is reacting to the fact that I'm again talking about this and they're not happy. So I'm going to take away that circle from the doll. And it's a shame because it really does make the doll's face look kind of creepy. So maybe I'll leave it there and I'll put the recorder on the side. All right. EVP session, electronic voice phenomenon. We're going to try to capture Dr. Carl von Kassel's voice. Now, when we do this, we are aware that there are people outside in New Hope and that there are people that live up there. I don't hear them now. I don't hear the footsteps. I don't hear the voices. I don't hear TV. So when we listen back to things, we really, really try our best to see if somebody's talking into the microphone. EVPs are usually whispers, and we try to see if it's relevant. If I'm asking a question, what is your name? There's a person outside who's going to say Dr. Von Kassel or upstairs. So we look for relevancy and we look to see if it's a voice into the microphone best we can. All right, doctor. I have the recorder on. I'm going to put it over here if I can. Let me move this out of the way. This is me making all this noise. Whatever we're hearing is me right now. I'm backing up. Still me. Okay. I am going to refer to you as doctor. You're welcome. You're welcome. So, doctor, how long were you actually with Elena in the hospital? How long was she there before she passed? Did you take care of her? Did you sit with her and visit her often and actually speak to her? Or did you just admire her from afar? Did you ever meet or speak with any members of her family? Was the taking of her body something that you planned over time from visiting her every day? Or was it something that you thought about from the moment she passed? Do you know that it's wrong what you did to her body? Are you aware of how crazy that is or was? The making of the death mask alone. Why would you desecrate that woman if you loved her? Now you ended your own life. You unalived yourself. Was that because the story was so big, the notoriety, and everybody knew and looked at you a certain way? Or was that because you were ashamed of what you had done and felt actual regret and remorse? If you had to do it all over again, doctor, the same situation, same woman, would you do it again? Because it is rumored that this doll is quote unquote possessed by you, your energy, is it dangerous to be around this doll, to be around you? Do you feel you're a dangerous person? Do you remember my name? What is my name? Oh, those eyes were looking right at me, man. It literally looked like those eyes turned to look at me. I know it was probably some kind of weird thing, but it looked like those eyes just turned right to me. Are you angry, upset, and fed up that I am rehashing this information and talking about it again and again? Does that make you feel all those things again that you felt before you did what you did at the end? Okay. I don't know if things change in the afterlife. I don't know how it works. In life, what you did out of love or anything else, you were a monster. I'm sorry, but you were. That woman's body was laid to rest. She was at peace. And you disturbed that for your own selfish feelings. Yeah. Now I'm going to give you the chance to say anything you want to on your own. I won't, I'm not asking questions. I'm not saying anything. I'm just going to be quiet. You say what you want to say. One more question before I stop this, doctor. If I took that photo away and put it somewhere else, let's say by a cross or something religious, because I don't feel it should be anywhere near this thing that represents you. Would that would that make you really, really angry if that photo was taken and put somewhere else and you couldn't see her? Alrighty. I'm getting the recorder, so anything you hear from this point on is me. I'm grabbing it. I'm turning it off. So I feel a little nauseous. I'm not going to lie. My head is starting to get a little wonky. Um, Kathy, I keep trying to refresh my feed. I, I, I read about the taps and knocks. You said you heard a whisper. Any, oh, that was you? I'm going to hear your voice on here. Were you saying something? Am I going to hear you? That was interesting. All right, let's listen back. I'll probably head over towards the both. It's going to be tough because I'm dealing with two streams, so I'm going to move over. I'm just going over here. You do whatever you need to do over there. I want to see if I can hear your voice and play it for both streams. Well, not that you know what that is, but people are listening. They're going to be able to hear anything you say. And people said they heard a whisper, so maybe we got that. That's just me making it louder. I'm going to wait for the motorcycle to go by. I don't know how good the picture is for you guys of that, of the face of the doll lighting up. It's pretty good though. It is on. I see it on the on my phone. I'm not sure on TikTok because that camera's not the greatest. All right, here we go. Any minute now that it's gonna get out of. I swear to God, it looked like those eyes looked right at me. It looked like they turned like in a horror movie. I have the recorder on. I'm gonna put it over here if I can. Let me move this out of the way. This is me making all this noise. Whatever we're hearing is me right now. Whatever we're hearing is me right now. Stay back. Whatever we're hearing is me right now. 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 I'm backing up. Still me. Okay. I am going to refer to you as doctor. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. So, doctor. You whispered something. Couldn't hear it. How long were you actually with Elena in the hospital? How long was she there before she passed? What? What is he saying? Anybody? I don't know. I thought I heard killed, but I don't know. See the EMF detector going off? I don't know what that is. Are you saying something else there too? Are you saying killed? Did you take care of her? Did you sit with her and visit her often and actually speak to her? Or did you just admire her from afar? Did you ever meet or speak with any members of her family? Oh, members of her family. Of her family. Is that what you heard, Kathy? Said, yeah. You heard he killed Doctor? Was the taking of her body something that you planned over time from visiting her every day? Or was it something that you thought about from the moment she passed? He whispered something. Unbelievable? I think I hear unbelievable. Of course, a motorcycle needs to be going by. Right there. That's unbelievable.
Do you do you know that it's wrong what you did to her body? Are you aware of how crazy that is or was? And the making of the death mask alone. Why would you desecrate that woman if you loved her? Now you ended your own life. You unalived yourself. Was that because the story was so big, the notoriety, and everybody knew and looked at you a certain way? Or was that because you were ashamed of what you had done and felt actual regret and remorse?
Did you hear something? I can't make it out. What is it? I can't make it out. Take me. I can't make it out. I can't make it out. Let me know. I don't know what it says. Let me talk? Oh, really? Oh, shit. I didn't know that.
If you had to do it all over again, doctor, the same situation, same woman, would you do it again? Because it is rumored that this doll is quote unquote possessed by you, your energy, is it dangerous to be around this doll, to be around you? Do you feel you're a dangerous person? Do you remember my name? What is my name? Oh, those eyes were looking right at me, man. It literally looked like those eyes turned to look at me. I know it was probably some kind of weird thing, but it looked like those eyes just turned right to me. To me.
There's a whisper. Can't make it out.
Are you angry, upset, and fed up that I'm rehashing this information and talking about it again and again? Does that make you feel all those things again that you felt before you did what you did at the end? Okay. I don't know if things change in the afterlife. I don't know how it works. In life, what you did, out of love or anything else, you were a monster. I'm sorry, but you were. That woman's body was laid to rest. She was at peace. And you disturbed that for your own selfish feelings. Yeah. Now I'm going to give you the chance to say anything you want to on your own. I'm not asking questions. I'm not saying anything. I'm just going to be quiet. You say what you want to say. One more question before I stop this, doctor. If I took that photo away and put it somewhere else, let's say by a cross or something religious.
A shadow over there in the corner.
Because I don't feel it should be anywhere near this thing that represents you. Would that make you really, really angry if that photo was taken and put somewhere else and you couldn't see her?
What the?
See her?
What was that? What the? Is he saying thank you? What is he saying?
Thank you.
Is that a thank you?
Thank you.
Is that a thank you?
Thank you.
Hate you? Is it hate you or thank you?
Thank you.
Do you hear hate you or thank you?
Thank you. Thank you.
I do? People say I kill? I do? Really? What did I ask?
Angry if that photo was taken and put somewhere else and you couldn't see her?
Why would he say thank you to that or I do to that?
Thank you.
You hear I kill? Is it I kill? Ring the
All right.
bell? Ring the
I'm
bell?
hitting recorder, so anything you hear from this point on is me. I'm turning it off. On is me. I'm turning it off. Anything you hear from this point on is me.
Hear it?
I'm turning it here from this point on is me. I'm turning from this point on is me. I'm turning it off.
There was a damn it. All right, I'm gonna come back in the frame so people can see me because there was a lot to unpack there. I don't know what I heard there. I don't know what I heard on that last one there. I'm gonna ask you, doctor. See, I'm calling you doctor still, even though I don't agree with it, but I will. So while I'm sitting here and the bell is there, and everything else is there, that very last question that I asked about removing the picture and putting it somewhere away from the doll, were you saying I'll kill? Meaning like I'll kill someone if they try to do that? Ring the bell. Anything you want to react to that? Is that what you were saying? Were you saying the words I do? I don't know what that relates to. Is that what you were saying? Like you want the picture removed because it tortures you? The reminder? Is that why? I'm guessing you're. Holy shit, Heger smacks. So is that like, people talk about hell and how it's eternity of suffering and being tortured. And do you feel like that's your torture there? Holy shit. So you feel tortured by the fact that what you did is written out right here for everyone to see. And yeah, and poor Elena's photo is there to remind you every moment of every day what you did and what you lost. You don't think that's justice? You didn't get it in the courts. I'm going to try something else. And I'm going to remove that circle right there. And I'm going to put something else over there. We'll try a few things actually. Oh, I see it going off now because I moved it. Let's put that right by her photo. So that box there lights up like a rainbow across colors, different colors. It'll go to green and then I think an orange and I think red. I know there's a bunch of colors there. But again, it reacts to energy coming from out of the picture, out of the doll in that specific area of where the photo is. Now you did it with this circle here on the floor that I'm pointing at. Could you release energy just in that specific area by her photo so I could see her face under the rainbow? Above the rainbow, I'm sorry. Above the rainbow? Would you be nice enough to do that for her? This way we could see, I could see, and I could see a rainbow underneath her. Give it a try. It's just a matter of concentrating your energy or putting your hand there. All right, I'm going to take this one here. Same thing, basically. It's the same exact thing. That was me. And I'm going to hold it over here. Oh, did you do something? I saw real quick. I see that down there. That's not what I'm asking for. I'm asking for this light. There we go. Yeah, that's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. Could you make that go all the way to red? Try to release as much energy as you can you did it from behind. Focus all that energy in the front of the doll's face. Come on. All the way to red. That was orange. You went away? Could you come over here by me and do it? Tell you what, you light that all the way up to red in my hand, a big energy surge. Lights come on, doll goes back, and you and I don't talk again. That's the deal. I promise you. No, you got to bring that energy over here towards me. Come on, doctor. Bring that energy this way. Yeah, you're ringing the bell. That's fine. I want to see if you'd be willing to do that, but now he's doing it by the doll. Did you see it? It just went a little bit underneath the picture. You said let me talk. I let you talk a few times, both on that black box where you were saying disgusting things like console and fresh, and then on this box here where I heard your actual voice, and then out there as well. I let you talk. You want to try just one more time, and I'll run the recorder, and you talk. I'll let you talk. That's why I'm here. It's weird. That twinkled a little tiny bit, and then he backed off. All right, I'm going to move this away from the photo. Want to try with this one? Yes? Easter egg? I don't know how well they're going to see that. You'll see it blinking, I guess, from back there, hopefully. Maybe. Yeah, I can see it in the frame. Ask flash your lights if you want to talk. And again, another time. So I put that Easter egg in the doll's lap underneath the photo of Elena. It says the word yes. Could you show me that maybe you could tap that one time to light it up? Even if it's just to show me Elena, or that you can. I see the lights behind. Let's try to hear your voice while we do that. Let you talk, right? That was the deal? All right, this will be the last time. I'm going to run the recorder again. I am very curious what the obelisk is going to say really, really quick if I plug it in. So I'm going to do that first, one last time, and then EVP one last time, and then clean it up. And hopefully this was okay for you guys on TikTok. I know the angle and everything isn't what it should be. I apologize for that, but it'll be better next time. All right, the black box again, one word at a time, and then I'm going to do the other thing. Okay, here we go. My speakers on. Here we go. Go ahead.
Bush. Call.
I have no idea what that means. None. Bush call. That means nothing. Let's run the recorder. Okay, and I'll leave that on too, so you have a couple of options before we finish here. Here's the recorder. Let me talk. I'll let you talk. I'll put it right back here again, where I put it before. Right there. That's me who touched the S egg, by the way, so that's why you see it going off. All right, doctor, your time to talk. You can say whatever you want to. If there's a statement you want to make, if you want to defend yourself, or if you just want to tell me to go somewhere, do it now. I'd like to hear your voice responding to the question again about that photo of poor Elena and the fact that it's attached to that doll that people believe is connected to you. Is that a form of torture for you? I want to hear it in your voice, to have that photo be around you and have to look at it and have it connected to you. Is that, I want to hear it though. Say it. How does that make you feel? I feel really cold, and I'm reading from someone who's watching that have things going off in their home, believe it or not, as they're watching this. If it was up to you, because of this and the last time, would you possess me, or would you like to cause harm to me? If a female who looks like Elena that walks into this room, because there are a lot of people that walk in this room, younger females, just females in general. If someone that looks like her walks in this room and you see them, do you react right away? What happens to you, doctor, if this doll is ever destroyed? Would you like that? I mean, you, in a way, you've destroyed yourself, how things ended for you. And yet here you are somehow connected. I would say that's justice, that you're not resting. Were this doll to be destroyed, do you think there's a chance that you would finally be at rest and forgiven and forgotten? Do you ask for forgiveness and for peace? I know the motorcycle's out there. Nothing I can do about that. Is that something you want? Okay. That motorcycle's not going anywhere, so I'm going to end this. Choice of New Hope. Okay. So for those of you who are wondering what I was talking about, Deb, who's watching on Facebook, she said, okay, weird. Not saying it's related, but I have shadow detectors on my coffee table that are switched off. The last 2 times I watched your lives, they come on. Weird. Again, who the heck knows how things work? And
Elemental.
what? You're not even close to being. I don't even know why you would say that. Bizarre. Are you referring to Deb's issues?
Camera.
It just said in pain and then camera. You know you're being watched? Is it possible for you to know that? That people are watching this? All right, let's finish up here. I'll come over there if I hear something. I'll put it right back here again. Where I put it before. Right there. That's me who touched the essay, by the way, so that's why you see it going off.
by the way, so that's why you see it going off. See it going off. By the way, so that's why you see it going off. So that's why you see it going off. Going off.
What the hell am I
By the
hearing?
way, so that's why you see it going off. You see it going off.
I don't know if I'm hearing.
PSA, by the way, so that's why
What
you
the
see it
heck
going
is
off.
happening? I don't. What the heck happened? Maybe I don't know. This is bizarre. Get over here by the two feeds so you guys can hear it. What the hell I'm hearing now? Go back.
I mean, who touched PSA, by the way, so that's why you see it going off. Right there. That's me who touched PSA, by the way, so that's why you see it going off.
I don't know what that is. What the?
By the way, so that's why you see it going off. So that's why you see it going off.
I don't know.
All right, doctor, your time to talk.
How dare
You can say whatever you want to. If there's a statement you want to make, if you want to defend yourself, or if you just want to tell me to go somewhere, do it now.
Breath. There was a.
I'd like to hear your like to. I'd like to hear your. I'd like.
I swear I heard something.
I'd like to hear your voice responding to the question again about that photo of poor Elena and the fact that it's attached to that doll that people believe is connected to you. Is that a form of torture for you? I want to hear it in your voice, to have that photo be around you and have to look at it and have it connected to you. Is that, I want to hear it though. Say it. How does that make you feel?
Oh. See that thing go off?
I feel really cold, and I'm reading from someone who's watching that have things going off in their home, believe it or not, as they're watching this. If it was up to you, because of this and the last time, would you possess me, or would you like to cause harm to me?
What did you hear? Heartbreak? Is
The
that,
last time,
is that back?
who's watching that have things going off in their home, believe it or not, as they're watching this.
Did I miss it? Where?
If it was up to you,
Angry?
because of this and the last,
Do I have to
because
go
of
further back?
watching this, and I'm
Where is it? Where is it? How far back?
I feel really cold, and I'm reading from someone who's watching that have things going off in their
Is it
home,
before
believe it or
this?
not. As believe it or not, I feel really. How does that make you feel?
Here? Oh, shit.
it make you feel?
That's clear as day. What did I ask? What was that in response to? Oh, what was that? Did it say my name? After the beep boop. Right there. I don't know. I don't know. If that's stop.
I feel really cold,
Make you feel?
and I'm reading from someone who's watching that
Oh.
have things going off in their home, believe it or not, as they're watching this.
I was tortured having.
If it was up to you, because of this and the last time, would you possess me, or would you like to cause harm to me?
You better not say anything. Ooh.
If a female who looks like Elena that walks into this room, because there are a lot of people that walk in this room,
Gotcha.
younger females, just females in general. If someone that looks like her walks in this room and you see them, do you react right away? What happens to you, Doctor, if this doll is ever destroyed?
I just moved the camera, guys, so in case you're wondering.
Would you like that? I mean, in a way, you've destroyed yourself, how things ended for you. And yet, here you are, somehow connected. No. I would say that's justice, that you're not resting. Were this doll to be destroyed, do you think there's a chance that you would finally be at rest and forgiven and forgotten? Do you ask for forgiveness and for peace? I know the motorcycle's out there. I don't know how you do about that. Is that something you want? Okay. The motorcycle's not going anywhere, so.
Whoa. Heard a breath while you asked the question. How did it make you feel? The question and answer was angry. That was in regards to the picture question. Is that what I was asking? About the picture being there? Okay, I'm coming back. This one is strange in so many ways. In that God, this yeah, I know. The I hate referring to a story. It's not a story. The what occurred is so God horrific and bizarre. And then you have this doll and this photo, and you have the energy surrounding it. It's like, I don't know. Do you feel like you're trapped? Is what we know about spirits is so limited. Um, People do believe that some spirits are trapped and they can't crossover, I guess is the word, because things they've done or the fear of being judged, life review, if there is such a thing. Um, do you feel like you're trapped? Are you trapped here because of that? Or are you trapped because of the things you've done that won't allow you to transition or cross over or find peace? Do you feel like you're stuck here with that doll? Show me. There's the bell. That's a really strange thing if that's the case. Based on your actions, you're not going to want to hear what I have to say, and because I'm not a very religious person, but um, you weren't punished for what you did. How you punished yourself, I don't know if that counts in the grand scheme of the universe or religion and all that other stuff. You chose that way yourself. That was your choice. You did it. That was that. Elena didn't have a choice. Her family didn't have a choice. You may have been infatuated and the love and all that other stuff, but it doesn't excuse the desecration and what you did. It just doesn't. So I don't know if this is actual justice, but I don't know. People believe in karma, and there's her photo right there. A shame how everything happened the way it did. I don't know what to make of it. I really don't. Do you feel like you'll ever find peace? Ever? In eternity? Ever? Okay. Well, I'm sure this will be the last time we talk because um, I don't feel a reason to revisit this again at any point. We did this because the red on my arm. I picked the doll up and I put it back, and I noticed you or somebody over there made my entire forearm red, which I'm going to show you guys the picture of. I'll post it tomorrow or later or whatever. And that's why I said we're going to do this tonight, even though I wasn't planning on it. We're going to do it. And here we are. All of that information. Wow. Wow. Holy crap. Look at that. Look at that. This is again spirit, energy, whatever. Did it will me to go back there and pick up that? This is what Dr. whatever his name is. Was it? Forgot your name already. Kozel. That Dr. Kozel wanted tonight. I mean, what else am I supposed to assume? The clown over there did the same thing to me last week or the week before. The energy in this room has changed since that monk changed the energy. There are things now, I don't know, like influencing the need to come out and speak again. I don't know how else to explain the stuff that's happening. I really don't. Bizarre. Anyway, thank you all for bearing with me through this. I did really the best I could. I apologize to the TikTok people. I know the picture isn't the greatest and the angle might be terrible. For all I know, I really can't see it. Thank you, Taylor, if you're watching and you stuck with it the whole time. Next time will be better because we'll have the two phones and the picture will be clearer. But thank you for watching and sticking with it, all of you guys. I appreciate it. We'll be with John Zappa Saturday night at Camp Evans, and we'll probably go live Friday night before that just to talk about this and some other stuff. But again, I appreciate you guys watching, appreciate the support, and yeah, I got to worry about putting this thing back and what's going to happen after that. Strange energy in the room right now. Really, really strange. Um, I'll feel better when I get the lights on and I get it back over where it was. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you soon. Have a good night. Good night, doctor. Um, I guess thank you for taking the time to try to interact and say whatever you wanted to say. Okay. Elena, if you could hear me somehow, some way, I pray that you're resting in peace with your family. That's it.